Kyo,
Nam Yo Ho
Yo Ho,
Renge Kyo,
Kyo,
Nam Yo
Yo
Ho
Ho,
Renge Kyo, Nam Yo Ho 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 Renge Kyo. Well done. So I recorded, I've had to switch the record on. So we're recording it now and I can send it to you so you can give you something to, and also like the Nashville thing. Yeah, just make friends on Facebook and just ask if there's anyone near you, and you don't have to like. They're very yeah, it's confidential. It's, you know, it's not like that's really important because you know there's some weird people out there, organisations and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like really important that we look after each other, you know, and don't. And also people have got all sorts of problems and stuff. So Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, yeah, it's like the 10 minutes in the morning and the evening is because like gradually the practice becomes you start to recite these bits of the Lotus Sutra and then and you do morning and evening and then you just chant when you feel like it. Eventually, you know, when you're faced with problems and difficulties or you feel confused or something or anxious or blah blah blah, you can chant whenever, you can chant as long as you like, but the morning and evening practice is the foundation, and so it just helps to do that, you know, before you go to, like I tend to do it as soon as I get up because it's really easy just to do loads of things and then you've run out of the morning basically. And
Yeah.
so it's do it as soon as you get up. It just sort of, I don't know what, it's just, it clears your some space.
Do you find that when, like you said, you do it when you're confused or you're upset or something, does that seem to help?
Yeah, because it basically, especially when you start, you concentrating on trying to say the words,
Right.
literally. So you listen to Nam-myoho Renge Kyo because you're going, am I doing it right or wrong? Sometimes it sounds really strange and you don't know why you're saying it. You sit there, why am I saying this? bizarre, loads of strange. But what it does, one, it takes your mind off whatever the confusion, problems, anxiety is. But also, like, actually, as you practice for a longer period of time, that's the thing to do, is go back and start to listen to Nam-myoho-renge Kyo. You know, what you're saying is actually the best way to get the benefit of it. So when you practice for a while, you just like, you chant and you don't think about it, and you think about loads of other things. But to start with, like you are at the minute, it's such a powerful time, because you'll be going, am I saying it right? What does this mean? Blah, blah, blah. But it's just really great to physically chant with other people. So I just really recommend that. There'd be someone who's not far away. Like, you see all those members that they won't just be in Nashville. They probably travel into the bigger meetings from all over Tennessee.
Yeah.
There'll be people from all over, because it's just, you know, like I've met you, and it's, here we are chanting, you know, and that's how people find out, through all sorts of incredibly different ways. And you meet people, and it's just, but you're meant to be chanting.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, you know, it's like, that's the other thing that I find, is that it's not kind of strange to, when I first started to chant, I thought, actually, it doesn't seem like kind of strange to me. There's something about it that seems like I've done it before almost. It's really, and then when you start to read the stuff, like the study stuff on the SGI USA, you can just read any of the study stuff, and you're, you know, explaining what it's about, and you'll go, oh, actually, it's kind of common sense, a lot of it. You sort of go, oh, I thought that anyway. And a lot of all the stuff I know that you've got into, like all these different people, you know, and all the Brian Rose interviews, the Tony Robbins, all of that sort of stuff. It's all, you know, it's not different. Actually, you go, oh, hang on, I've come across these things before. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's common sense, a lot of it. It's not weird and mystical. But at the same time, when you chant, you'll just start to notice, if you chant specifically about something, just, you know, as a test, really, just observe what happens about that, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is, you know. It can be about somebody pissing you off at work. It can be about money situation. It can be about click funnels. It can be about whatever it is, you know. It can be, just chant about it specifically and see, you know, it's like a test, really. Experiment with it.
Yeah.
And just go, you know, some weird things can start to happen. I reckon you'll get in touch with these people in Nashville, and then you'll meet somebody that you knew like 20 years ago or something, that chants, and you'll go, it's just too weird. Yeah, some really, when you start connecting with people, you'll realize that you'll meet people that you've got a connection with, and it's weird. Yes, the people that make it great, to be honest. The rest of it follows. You know, gradually you learn the practice at your own pace, really. It's up to you. You know, when I started chanting, I thought you chanted an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. And I thought that's what you were meant to do. So I did. And it's about a year into chanting that I discovered that you didn't really need to do all of that. But I'm glad I did, because that's what I tend to do in my personality, is I tend to go all in.
Yeah.
You know, I've gone plant-based diet like nearly 2 years ago, and I've not touched any meat or dairy since. You know, that's what I'm like. I don't like, I just go, okay. I started eating plant-based diet. I felt loads better, and I don't eat meat and dairy. I just don't eat it. I don't go there. I'm not interested. I'm plant-based. You know, that's what I'm like. That's my kind of personality. But so your personality is going to be whatever your personality. You know, it's different. It is different, obviously. You're not me, but you'll. But I know. Yeah, yeah. So you just build up your practice however you do. But I do recommend it. Go deeper into it. But the main thing is to chant every day and think about. And if you chant about specific things, they'll, you know, have a look, see what happens. Just think about, make
And
a
it
note.
works.
Just see. You know, I want a result from this. I want, you know, you can do I want, which is earthly desires, is fine. You know, some forms of Buddhism, like say you shouldn't be wanting things, you know, or attachments, all this sort of stuff. This, you can absolutely test it on anything, you know. Like you want to stop doing your job and get enough money from the online business, we're chant about it. And then, I mean, I kind of know that I'm not, because it's down to me. I kind of know that. It's down to me. It's like loads of other things are happening. And I've learned a lot. And what I know is, you know, actually getting money from online business is just as hard as getting money from anywhere.
Right.
You know, it's not ever going to be easy. And you have to really work hard. You have to be pretty well, you have to go like, right, that's 6 hours a day at least in front of the computer. Really, you can't do it any other way, don't you? You can't, it's just like you have to like, so, and if you don't do that, you're not going to get it. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of simple logic, isn't it? I know that. But I also know that um, it's all opening up, loads of other things are opening up. And the confidence I've got from doing live videos and doing Zoom and doing lessons, and you know, it's come out on that video. That video was literally, there was no script. I didn't write anything down. I didn't plan it. I just went out. I was just before the performance. I went to Sharon and she said, "I need to interview you now." She put the camera on me, and that was just purely, and that's all the confidence from doing online stuff. So, you know, the benefits of what you do come out somewhere else, not necessarily the way you expect them to, but actually, if I can have a few of those videos under my belt, then I can go back to the online business with that. Those assets are just like awesome, you know. So it's,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean is it sort of evolves, not necessarily in the way that you think, but if you chant about it, it's your life. So you're catching your life to what you want to be doing. There we are. I recorded that, so
That's great.